You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, you know what's amazing about the Caitlin Clark effect, the Caitlin Clark phenomenon, is that after a big game like yesterday, the only thing I can compare this to is, you guys know we cover the NFL massively on this channel. We will again when the season gets around to starting, and as we get closer, probably end of July, end of this month, there'll start being a lot of NFL videos start churning out on this channel as well. After a big game, there's always fallout right after the game, and then there's fallout all day long on Monday. We're doing this with a WNBA player and a WNBA team after a huge win, and it is wild. We've done it with Clark against the Chicago Sky and Angel Reese. Now we're doing it with Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner, the Phoenix Mercury against the Fever. And there's a lot of reaction coming in, and there has been a video that's come out, and we're going to take a look at it after we get to this. The Indiana Fever expertly trolling the Phoenix Mercury and Diana Taurasi after this win. There's a lot of fallout around this, and it is amazing exactly what is going on. I mean, I'm interested to see the rating on this. I think this game could do upwards of 2 million. I really, again, for a WNBA game, that's absurd. It's nuts. So, the Fever didn't miss an opportunity to rub their comeback win over the Mercury in star Diana Taurasi's face right after the game. The Indiana Fever tweeted this out right here. Reality check. Hashtag Fever wins. Now, of course, this is the fallout. This is the response after Diana Taurasi so famously said Caitlin Clark would get a reality check. Reality was going to hit her in the face. Might even be the specific quote when Caitlin Clark came out of Iowa and came into the WNBA. Well, a lot of WNBA players, a lot of veterans are getting a reality check these days that she is every bit for real. And it continues to be laughable, frankly, that she's not on Team USA and she's not going to the Olympics. That's a huge loss. I mean, that's a massive L for the Olympic team, the Olympic committee. I mean, at least they understand. Look, there's people involved with the Olympics. They're pissed she's not on the team. And you can't convince me that's not a Cheryl Reeve as head coach kind of situation. Listen to this, folks. All right, the game was dubbed as the GOAT versus the Rook. And one 42-year-old legend has won 3 WNBA titles and 5 Olympic gold medals. The other's 22 years old, playing for the first time in Phoenix. As typical for Clark in Indiana this season, Fever supporters made a decent-sized portion of the sellout 17,071 fans at Footprint Center. Despite the Fever falling behind 17-4 to open the game, trailing by 11 at halftime, and being down as much as 15 in the second half, of course, Fever fans went home happy. Listen to this, folks, because this is going viral today. This is after the game. This is Caitlin Clark coming off the court. This is a visiting arena. This is the Phoenix crowd, not an Indiana crowd, a Phoenix crowd. And, of course, Caitlin Clark had a nearly triple-double yesterday. 9 rebounds, 11 assists, 15 points. Maybe it was 12 assists. Regardless, she had this big game, and check this out, folks. This is going viral. 1.4 million views on it. Are you kidding me right now? And by the way, you notice She's stopping to sign autographs. She does this all the time for these fans. I showed a fan yesterday that had came in from Mexico City. Well, there was one on TV the other day that came in from Australia. I mean, this is wild. Again, folks, we're talking about the WNBA, a league that if you told me I would be watching a solitary millisecond of a game, I'd have called you something probably not so favorable. Let's just put it that way. I would have called you something pretty ugly, maybe. Something like your mama, and it would not end there. But hell has froze over, folks. Guys like me are watching the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark, and it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. This is nuts. Kudos to the Phoenix crowd for showing respect to CeCe and the Fever for this hard-earned win. The crowd is more respectful and professional than their team. These WNBA players could take a little advice, a little example from these crowds. It's pretty unbelievable. They can't get past their own jealousy. They can't get past their own hate. One of these teams has 3 Olympians, but we're supposed to believe that Clark on that roster would put the team at risk of losing. Seriously. I mean, honestly. The CC USA Tour continues. I've never seen this before. Nobody has. I mean, there's an interest in the league nobody thought was possible. Wherever she goes, she has the crowd. This person calls out CC's teammates, actually. More appreciated by the crowd of the other team than by her own teammates. Sometimes it can feel that way. Seriously. And the haters will tell you she isn't worthy of the Rookie of the Year. She's the GOAT. She is going to run away and hide with that award. There is not a world in a million trillion years where Angel Reese should be anywhere close to that Rookie of the Year award. Stop it. This is interesting. Somebody took a shot at Angel Reese. In fact, meanwhile in Chicago, they can't draw attendance just with Reese. They need Clark to sell out of the arena. This was against the Minnesota Lynx yesterday. 9,025 fans. Caitlin doubled them up, folks. Think about that a minute. Doubled them up. 17,000 fans. Seriously. She's a superstar, and Steph Curry of the WNBA. I said she's a love child of Larry Bird and Steph Curry with the branding of Michael Jordan. Caitlin Clark is a standout player in this league. She's talented, classy, and she's an inspiration to all those young fans. The league needs more like her. I've said it. It's the fact that she's bringing in, why you are seeing this, is she is bringing in, and guys, I could have kept going. She's bringing in a traditional sports, not only fan, but the traditional sports family. The family that actually carves out 2.5 hours on a Sunday that they might have only done for an NFL game to support their team or sit down, watch Red Zone, whatever. You've got the mom, who's an actual woman, and the dad, who's an actual dude, an actual man, and the 2 little kids. They're all sitting down on their couches in the living room as a family together in front of the television watching this girl, this woman, play basketball. And it's wild. That is the audience that the WNBA has not been able to grab all these years because it's been a radical activist basketball league with a bunch of players like Taurasi and like Brittany Griner that people don't even want to have to stare at all. If I had a dime for every time my kid asked is Brittany Griner a dude yesterday, I mean, seriously. Yeah, I was like, I don't know what to... No, she's a chick. I mean, come on. Wow. Oh, tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.